Hello everyone, this is Anson from AnsonAlex.com, and in this video I'm going to be talking about recording voice calls on your iPhone. I have a couple of solutions that I'd like to present to you here today. First of all, for those of you who watch a lot of my videos here on YouTube, you know that I use Google Apps a lot. So one of those solutions that I'm going to present is Google Voice, and I'm going to go in a little bit more detail about that one because that's one that I've tried and tested, and it is free. However, I do also want to mention this other app that I've got open here in a tab. It's called TapeACall Pro, and it really seems to be the creme de la creme of phone call recording on your iPhone. It is expensive though. It costs $10. I actually haven't bought it and tried it. I've just done a lot of research on this topic lately, and this seems to be the best. If you take a look down here on this page, it has the customer ratings. Out of 353 ratings, it's got 4.5 stars. It records both inbound and outbound calls. So for those of you who really need the tip-top phone call recording solution for your iPhone, this is probably a good choice. But for those of you who are just looking to kind of try it out and see what it's like, you can use Google Voice. Now, there are a few limitations to using Google Voice, and that's why I didn't mention that as being the creme de la creme of call recording applications for iPhone. Because first of all, you can only record inbound calls. Not sure specifically why. Maybe there's some legal implications about recording outbound calls. But with Google Voice, you can only record your inbound calls, and they have to be calls that are made to your Google Voice number. So you can see my Google Voice number down here at the bottom left. That's my business number. So if somebody calls my regular cell phone number, even though I have Google Voice set up on my cell phone, I wouldn't be able to record that call. It has to be a call to my Google Voice number. Now, in order to enable this, you need to go to your Google Voice settings. So here I am in Google Voice in my browser, and I'm going to go to the right side of my screen, and I'm going to click on the gear icon and go to Settings. Now, inside the settings, you need to make sure that in the Call tab, down here at the bottom, you have the call options enabled, and you'll notice that with that option enabled, it says that we can enable recording by clicking 4 on a telephone call, or we can switch in conference calls using the star option. So with this option enabled, if somebody calls to your Google Voice number, you can click 4, and I actually tested this out, and when you click 4, you actually get a little message that you hear saying this call is now being recorded, and then you can log into Google Voice here, where I am right now, google.com/voice. You can click on the More section over here to the left, and then go to Recorded Calls, and it will have a copy of your call recording. So here's the test I did earlier. We could go ahead and click to play this.
Call is now being recorded.
That's the message you hear. This call is now being recorded.
This is a test. This is Anson Alexander recording for AnsonAlex.com. This is an incoming call to my Google Voice number. As soon as the call came in, I pressed the number 4.
So there you can see that is the recorded call right there. So it really depends on what you're looking to do. Like I said, if you really need recording inbound and outbound, a very robust program, TapeACall Pro, check it out. Let me know what you think in the comments of this video here on YouTube or in the comments section on AnsonAlex.com. And also, you might just want to try out the Google Voice solution as well. That's the one that I'm using. I don't need to do too much phone recording, but if I have certain business calls that I would need to record for training options or something like that, I could make sure that those calls are done as incoming calls to my Google Voice number, and I could record them to use later. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, I would appreciate a thumbs up here on YouTube. And if you want to see more technology tips and tutorials, remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's all I have for you for today. It's Anson from AnsonAlex.com.